the highly anticipated 4-day Lexington Comic and Toy Convention will be bringing fans of all things comic books, pop culture, TV, and film together again for their annual celebration.
I mean, it's truly a blast. If you haven't been, I feel like this is the year that you have to go,
Get out
right?
there and try it.
So organizer Catrina Hancye and Phillips join us now to share what this year convention entails. Thank you so much. I mean, last year we went, I just don't see how you can top last year. So what's expected for this year?
We have all kinds of fun things expected for this year. Danny Trejo, David Boreanaz. So, you know, if you're a fan of Bones or Angel.
Buffy.
That's what it is!
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then we have, you know, the Ninja Turtle reunion. We have Weekend at Bernie's, Twilight. So something for all kinds of generations, you know.
Oh, this sounds like so much fun. And so tell us a little bit about how certain days are supposed to go. Like, is it over a 4 or 3 day stretch? How many days?
So it's over 4 days. Thursday will be our comics preview night. So it's basically the time for people who aren't into all of the madness to come shop the comics, meet the comic creators and all of that. That's a little bit more low-key. And then Friday through Sunday, we'll have all the celebrities out. Well, most of the celebrities out. And it doesn't stop once it starts on Friday.
And it really is a party. I mean, that whole time you're there, you just got this vibe. Everybody, you know, people are dressed up, and it's just one big ordeal. You've been there since the beginning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I actually started as a vendor and a fan with the Lexington Comic Con. I had a table with the costume club, and we wore Star Wars costumes, and we were there having a good time. And transitioned from there to actually working with the con now. And there's an atmosphere that's hard to capture outside of a convention. Everybody's there for fun. Everybody's there to just let loose and be themselves and express a part of themselves they can in everyday life and meet new people who love those things and find new things that they love. So it's hard to bottle that up or explain it to somebody who hasn't been there.
Right, and people come from all around.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, this isn't, you know, people are just coming from Eastern Kentucky or Louisville or where. They're coming from states all around, aren't they?
They are. We've had people come from Italy, from Ireland.
I think we had Australia one year.
Yeah. So we, you know.
Well, that's a lot farther than Indiana.
We draw some crowds.
And you were talking about expression just a little bit. Let me tell you, walking through those front door in those costumes, I mean, they're very expressive.
Very much. We host a costume contest on Saturday. We get a lot of reaction from that, and we get some professional level costumers. People who compete in New York and California will come to Kentucky to compete in our contest. Our prize support is very good. You get a lot of exposure. It's a big crowd. We're a pretty good sized convention for Kentucky. And we just draw a big crowd and some, I mean, things are movie level. You can't believe the things people making in the garage.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So compared to other years, you all, before we came on, you said we like to do something a little bit better every year or something different. What can we expect different compared to years past?
This year we're focusing a lot on some reunions. We try to have 1 or 2 every year, but this year we have the entire voice cast of the original Ninja Turtles cartoon that a lot of people my generation grew up on. We have the Weekend at Bernie's cast from those 80s, you know, kind of cult classics. We've got all 3 main characters. We've got a big Twilight reunion going on this year. We've got several guys from the Young Guns, a couple people from Lost Boys, you know, so we try to get groups together because it draws a crowd, and I think this is the most reunions we've had in 1 year.
And so you also still have like VIP tickets. People
Absolutely.
can do certain things like that. Tell us about some of the different days where you can have like VIP or family nights or whatever the case may be.
So for VIPs, they get access to Thursday through Sunday. So they also get a t-shirt and some merch and stuff that, you know, not everybody will be able to purchase. Stuff to just make it a little more worth it, you know, for people who are considering coming all 4 days. Sunday's kind of the day we push as a family day. Saturday gets real crowded, and, and so Sunday is a little bit calmer. So if you're wanting to bring young children, it's definitely the better day, just because you don't want to have to go running to Tyler and say, "Hey, I'm missing someone."
Can you help me out there?
Right.
Another big guest. Bill Shatner's going to be there. Right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, but his time's going to be a little more limited than some of the other guests, right?
He will be there on Friday and Saturday only.
On Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
So get to see Captain. Do you know who he is? What's his name?
Don't.
Captain Kirk.
do that to me. He always tries to trip me up. So don't forget, March 6th through the 9th, you can catch Lexington Comic-Con. This year, let me tell you, it will be packed. I'm really, really excited. We're talking about the Central Bank Center. Beautiful facility. So thank you both so much for being here.
Absolutely.
And I cannot wait to see what you guys have in store for this year.
If we have just one more second, real quick, we'll actually be in town tomorrow for the Kentucky Reptile Expo at the Central Bank Center. If you want to get a quick chance to grab some tickets for the Comic-Con, if you come down and see us tomorrow at the Central Bank Center and buy a ticket for the Reptile Show, we'll give you either a Thursday or Friday ticket for Comic-Con.
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay.
Don't tempt
Heard it here first. Yeah.
Why didn't you bring a reptile in here for her?
Listen, we may be lizard people under the skin. You never know.
That's true.